Chaos Esports turn to ban.
Especially a player like Matama. So overall on Druid, he's pretty good versus Mon.
Timber.
Maybe afraid
That's
of
a bit
just that-
surprising. I mean,
afraid of that group up. I don't think they probably wouldn't have enough. Chen, right? Reactive armor plus hero that they do like to play quite a bit too.
10 seconds.
one bound from TNC, still looking for BT faded zero on
5
Chaos.
seconds.
Likely to have one of his carries away. What else have we seen Faded do? Well, we saw him do well on the PL a lot of times.
The
but
PL and the
Slark,
yeah, I think Slark is the more obvious, the Bat Rider, right? But I
Sure.
think the PL is probably the one that's standing up. But there's a Sven, so it's like put off from picking. It's good versus the Bat Rider in the lane.
gonna get the mid. What's the play for Armel?
Solid.
10 seconds.
Do you wanna tiny against the
5
lone druid,
seconds.
or is there too many issues down the line playing?
Okay, it's not. Yeah, it's good. What about DK? Just pick up a group lineup and with the
DK,
Chen, right?
the Armel did used to play a lot of it.
It's just the team.
Templar
Okay, so
Assassin.
we were throwing out
Yeah.
a couple, but that's what we kind of expected.
Yeah, he had a great game with it early.
Yep, it gives them the
So-
rush potential, works well with their lineup, double bloodlusted heroes, and also go around rush really easily. So Chaos,
Weaver. The Weaver.
Gonna be the Weaver for
the
BT
carry
Faded.
Weaver in for Faded.
so that's actually really nice versus the Bat Rider too, right? And it's not gonna have to get countered straight up by the Sven. PL would have. And it's, oh, Milan Shaker, Kezu, Phoenix. Okay, so that was a little bit one that I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be the other way.
that's a bit of a surprising switch around.
Yeah.
Kezu on the core Phoenix, not really. I mean, core Phoenix. What do we think of the core Phoenix?
Prioritizing levels on the Phoenix, we've seen teams do it a lot.
Okay.
I'm fine with this hero in either four role. A good hero. I used to see Pasha do it a lot in that 3 position. Be dominant. I think we actually saw recently. We saw an epicenter 3 position.
Let's see.
seconds.
Chaos, can they get one of those wins they've been desperately hunting for?
5 seconds.
You're going to shut down.
I'm more curious, like, what's Misery gonna do in this game? I guess maybe with that versus that Chen, he's really just like, okay, the bounty's good. I didn't expect the bounty because we have seen it picked. I think that might be the first bounty hunter pick.
Let's have a see. I mean, do you think Chaos going to have enough control? They only really have the Shaker that's going to be stunning people.
They really do only have that shit.
You know, Matusho is going to hope for the roots. Everyone else just going to be trying to run at people. Whereas on TNC, you've got the lasso, the stun from Gabby, Tim's. Feels like the sort of the early game movements to catch. A little lacking maybe for Chaos, but
It's all depending on what Misery can do. Maybe
yeah.
Misery just snipes some couriers
Yeah.
and changes the whole entire game outcome. Eyes on Misery for this early games. This bounty hunter. Like we said, bounty hunter, not picked really. If at all.
let's see. Chaos have had a rough run so far here in the group stage. Maybe this is the beginning of the turnaround. Maybe. And see it not. Shaker doesn't get some of his stats. Yeah, he's got a hefty amount of games on it.
That's
6
cool.
wins in a row as Shaker. So it's always a nice one to see before you pop in the game.
Yep. Yeah, I think they've been winning like Chaos.
Prepare for
So we get a 4 here, so this has to be something that they've practiced here versus the Chen, right? If they first pick the bounty hunter versus
gotta
the
be,
Chen,
right?
it's got to be something
That's
that Misery
why they're picking
also
it.
likes. I know Misery really likes the hero, but it has to be something that they've played before.
Let's shake things up.
Friendly banter coming in between these.
Nothing person. How many of you do I have to kill?
Right away, we see that shadow walking skill up.
It really is a classic. It still holds up in this day and age of Dota 2.
They're scouting a lot, right? They have the bear scouting, they have the Misery bounty hunters as well, so they have all the information.
Shocking.
Faded once he gets that info. bottom. So playing against tri-lane. Because if they put a sentry down and they have Sven and Ogre, you're gonna just get stunned and you can die very easy. They're sending Kezu up toward top. Bottom for the Batrider. Set up toward top though.
Now the battle begins.
Probably expect saw the Sven. They really want that Weaver versus Batrider.
Absolutely perfect. Misri unable to let run away. Gabby will still be the one to pick it up.
2 for 2.
Palm out. How much can get out of the lane against the lone?
So other thing
Very strong TA.
Other thing they can do right now is the Divine Favor gets skilled, and they're gonna bring the Sven bottom. So Sven has the TP saved, so he can make the move up toward top if he wants to, but now he's in the lane that he wants to be. He's lane versus the Weaver. This is not where VT Faded wants to be. Faded gonna do? He wants to be lane versus
What is he?
Bat.
What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do?
Try to farm down here. It's gonna be really hard for him though. Top. He's getting pressured a lot here though.
Good body blocks here from Milan.
Zuri with the Orb of Venom. And the rundown. That Orb of Venom slow. He's got him bloodlusted. Extra movement from Milan just continues to block. He has another fissure in 1 second. This should be a kill here on Cuckoo. About one more hit. Nope, he's actually gonna survive.
Tree of Chaos unable to run him down.
Pushed him off the waves though, which means that Kezu's gonna be able to get every single one of those last hits.
Matu, he's won a fair few games in his time on the old lone Druid. It's going to be the magic that they need to carry them through this game for Chaos as well.
Nice block there by Milan.
Fisher. He has still got a refraction to rely on. Pop it. Fish comes up.
He's getting ready. He didn't pop the fairy fire. He's just dead.
He is dead.
That's beautiful there by Milan.
Yeah, that's your first blood. Matu getting that. There was an Orb of Venom kill. Yeah, it was the Orb of Venom tick that did it. Kills that hurt.
Testing here. Weaver. He is able to get a couple last hits, but yeah, versus very tough as the sentry was placed in the lane preemptively away where they saw them.
Damage as well, spawning down bottom. He's able to get a hold of that. Lane, there's even more in their favor.
Milan is trying to pull the wave up toward top to make sure that Kezu is getting something up there, as I see they were pulling the side camp sometimes here on top. Tim's will make it a little harder. Oh my god, he's just hitting both of them. He's hitting both of them.
It's just running them down.
Level 2 Ogre. He doesn't care. 2 of you. 1 of me. Well, 2 of him, right?
Yeah.
Good.
2 heads are better than 2 bodies with 2 heads.
Guess so. Look at this. He's just contesting both of them here.
CS in the middle lane. Pretty even, Matu.
Yeah.
Slightly with the denies.
I think it's a pretty even. I think once the TA starts getting more points in the fraction, of course, it makes it a lot easier for Armel.
So bottom lane, Gabby just continues to have the sizable lead. Yeah, favourable lane. Will struggle for the early CS. It's that very reliant melee right click of Sven.
Matu's level. When he hits level 5, maybe he can actually pose a kill threat on.
Wouldn't be surprised if he tries,
Right?
especially if they're able to.
too far pushed up, they could put the setup.
If they sort of add in a rotation from Milan, a good Fisher once more, they've definitely got a kill potential in that middle lane.
To get a couple of those.
The fact that this Sven is farm, a bit of a worry for Chaos. Gabby getting a beautiful lane to start with.
Checking both runes, we see Chaos. They get a haste rune. Misery's also going to rotate
Fisher
for a bit.
setup.
They want this.
It's already up on the high ground though, Armel, and the Fisher block is not the block that they've won. Armel on the right side of it from his perspective, the wrong side of it from Chaos's. fine for now. There's going to be more attention thrown towards him. And here's that
level
dive.
5, yeah, he's going for the dive here. Misery's here too. The root comes out.
There's going to be a TP in from Tims. Tims keep Armel safe. Tims, he's going to focus towards Matu. Armel trying to run his way away from the bear. There's another Fisher out. Armel's falling low to get the kill. They're able to get one. They can maybe try for Tims too. He's blocked up still by the remainder of that Fisher. Still pretty tanky. But Chaos, 3 heroes chasing down the Ogre. Milan doing his best to body block him off. Another root comes in. Chaos. They'll get both kills in the middle.
Bounty roots coming up now too, so the supports are probably going to reset and go look for those. But yeah, well worth it. Nice rotations coming in from the two of them. Put that pressure and the bear exactly as he hits 5. To exchange.
Hero lead for Chaos. The CS is going down bottom, the net worth stays pretty much even. First 5 minutes faded, just still struggling to find anything close to the amount of farm that Gabby's getting.
Look, still able to get some stuff right. He's not like he's getting totally shut down when he's playing versus the Sven. Like, we thought he was just gonna switch up towards the Bat Rider, but when you're playing versus Chen, switching looks problematic. Sure, he used the Divine Favor right. Top Cuckoo. The next target is they can both 3 heroes. Milan here too.
Should have a good shot at this with a Fisher. Being lined up onto the 2 of them. Cuckoo will fall. TNC again.
Also
losing kills to these rotations from Milan and his Shaker mid lane. The root's out, but AU's here this time to help him out. Matu won't be able to dive any further. Armel's safe.
pressure on the lanes here. That's the start. Immediately too, they take the backdoor top with the Bat Rider. Chaos is still set up here with Milan as well as Misery.
Free wave coming in towards their tower though, so less vulnerable position than before.
Misery and Milan are they're playing like 3 solo lanes, it seems, of Chaos, and they're just having their 2 supports just really run around the map, try to match the Chen, make plays on the map, just mess up the idea that he has that they want to do. Oop. On. High ground there.
He's got Matu coming to help him.
Yep.
TNC unable to chase the Fisher from Milan. One to AU gets the Baron on top of him between the 2 of them. Chaos will get the kill. Another one from Matu. Now on a killing spree on his mid-low Druid.
All right.
A lot of kills and action going the way of this Matu and his bear.
The Bounty Hunter's working in the early game. It's 7 minutes in. Yeah, they've got these 5 kills. Just like we said, the 3 solo lanes while run around trying to make havoc on TNC. Bad. The one thing is that they're not putting pressure on the Gabby, right? Gabby's still free farming. Armel, even though they've killed him the 2 times, he's still able to get that catch up.
And top.
Jungle, but top. They have enough this time.
Once again, Chaos, Misery and Milan getting the work done. Towards mid, Matu.
Around Matu.
Trying to poke on Tims, but too hard to do with Armel being around and Tims being as key of an ogre as he is early game.
It's absolutely working, and they could even look to bring Kezu into some of these aggressive plays now too. He's level 6, about to be level 7, and he's a pretty damn good hero versus Armel, versus that TA. He could look to set up for some dives in Milan.
I'll put an end to his roaming.
Emphasizing super heavily now on the rotation with these wards right now, placed by TNC. 2 river wards, and now they even place like an extra kind of river. They know the way Chaos plays, they're just crossing off the map. Put down an Optimus Sentry on these 2 locations, you're gonna see every single time we're Misery. You don't play against support Bounty Hunter too much anymore, but one of the old things that you entrance of your jungles and Bounty. So they saw the Bounty walking through that bottom side there with their wards, and they're picking out their
Who knows that Gabby's low. Gabby, these out.
He knows that he's just kind of jungling, but Armel also, instead of jungling, he knows some man's pressure tower. Bloodlust. Kazu's gonna be the towers.
If you're
TI
looking for Radiant's bottom tower, get ready.
Spot Misery into the sentry.
Radiant's bottom
Giving it
tower.
away there with that auto attack.
One man clears the full tower bottom. Chaos.
I think a very good start for Matt.
Yeah.
But there's the same to be said for Gabby. And Cuckoo was able to get up top.
Yep.
With that constant pressure from Milan and Misery.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Will
under
be an
attack.
illusion down bottom. So
Coin of the realm.
yeah. It's going to be too wild with it. It's going to be the focus drawn once again from Chaos. They've managed to sweep rank some deep wards down inside the jungle of TNC.
Mo tower, right? That mid tier one. They've already gotten the bottom ones.
2k gold on his way to Relic. On track. Good time, and 10 minutes in, 6-1. Less than a 1k lead. Still very close between these two teams off the lanes.
Chaos pressuring a lot of the towers, though. I look at the other side, TNC. They're not actually able to get that same type of trade coming out.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Get
attack.
into play here, especially when Kez was there as the backup. All three cars actually showing in the mid lane. Beat on end.
Look at it.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
They're looking to play more of like an efficient farm game rather than set up and look at track online.
Yes, the helper faded. Should be a pretty solid kill, and it is. There's the first track kill of the game. That's where you'll certainly start to see that gold lead grow. Chaos can keep these sort of kills up.
Having a
Only 40 bonus.
Dire's top tower is
You get the
about
mix.
to fall. Just wait.
Misery gets.
He's the happy one. Yeah,
Dire
Gabby.
just wants
Good farm, as you said, your face. Midas level 10.
Dire's top
For
tower
that.
has seen
Beat up the
Radiant's
BKB first. So we'll deal with that in Phoenix egg in particular.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, you know, what the early levels, if he BKBs, gets bloodlust, he's going to be able to reliably take down the egg. Very hard for Kesha to properly commit to fights when the Sven's around.
Very solid start though for Chaos, that is for sure. Having a decent amount of map control here coming into this. There's lots of wards coming up from TNC, but TNC, look, they're like, okay, you did good in the lanes. We're just TA hitting Ancients, Sven hitting it. Well,
The draft has definitely worked out with regards to laning. That's have the edge with those movements of Misery and Milan. It's just a question of whether it's going to hold up as the game goes on.
can they keep that pace going? Is Momentum very close to that relic? The Veil already finished up on Kesler, like I was saying, he's faded. He's also having a pretty good... Yeah, they're farming on their 3 cores. Side of TNC, they're only farming on 2 of them. Not really able to find too much in this game. But a lot of trouble.
Being hunted. Forced right out of any lane that he dares show his face in. This bottom tier 2 with Buku pushed away. Chaos move on, and again keeping this tempo very fast. It's 13 minutes in.
There is really like no wave clear. There's no ways to like take the creep wave off of the tower and kill them pretty quick the side of TNC. It's who's gonna really show up and do that. It's not like a lead. No groups. They're gonna look to fight instead.
It is. The tower has fallen. It's got the last, so there'll be a TP coming in from Gabby. Gets the stun off, but already the Shikuchi's out there. He still dies into the cleave. Matsu goes for the TP out. He's not going to make it. Stun from Tim's. Holds him back.
Okay, and Gabby shows up, and now maybe he just switches back to the Echo Saber because of that. Yeah, but he already had the Oblivion stuff actually brought. He's already got the Echo Saber. So
He's going to be able to get the items out quick and fast now.
okay. Yeah, BT faded. He actually used the time left when they were tanking the tower and pushing, so he didn't have it.
Did not have it.
Just get cleaved down by Gabby, and that's, yeah, you may not have the tower, but at least you get some kills afterwards. They don't have wave clear, but they have ways to fight. Big swing there as they push that lead down. Less than 1k. Minute or so, bounty rush.
What's the build going to be for Veil into shields.
Yeah. Classic.
Do his best. It's very hard for Sven and TA to fight when they don't have BKBs popped.
Yeah. Veil is nice always, of course, too. It's like, with your abilities, it's really nice, but also that provides him some armor. So he's not just going to get burst by like a single ability. Now it's going to help a little bit versus that Sven and he's not inside of it.
He's getting a lot of space, so he'll be able to hit 12 pretty quick. Extra hits on the egg.
And they're going to have radiance. They're going to have ways to protect the egg. Timing that comes out for Chaos. Radiance also buffing up the Veil, also buffing up that Relic.
Say Relic is done.
Oh, they thought it was real. They got the illusion, and it killed the Bounty River.
Two.
The other one got killed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kugel's illusion killed it.
Bit of a slow game. 3 for 7.
7.
15 minutes in. Everyone's kind of hitting the creeps, taking towers. People are looking to respond.
TNC playing more of the farm game,
Yeah,
while Chaos is going to be more of the pressure.
TNC's happy to do that. They know that Gabby is selling ahead in farm. He's obviously playing that bit of a danger game against Matsulo Druid, who is going to have a good Radiance timing.
Chaos is very farm. 2,400 gold toward that Shivas. Not quite level 12 still.
And Chaos
Towers dropping very quick.
They're getting away with all these towers, Chaos.
Radiant's top tower
Not
is
being
falling.
contested. Of course. NC only been able to take the one so far mid lane. 55 to 45 though. Dota Plus, I guess, maybe increasing games. I don't know how it works. Maybe it does, but favoring NC still in this at this moment. And I guess it makes sense. Gabby is very farmed on the Sven, and as soon as he gets that BKB out on top of the Echo, going to be when the fights that Chaos are, you would imagine, going to look for, going to become very difficult. This Sven has every opportunity to just clean up all of these throws with the BKB and God Strength.
Tough for them to actually maybe what it's looking at. Dota Plus also though, it looks at I think also a tower advantage as well, where right now you see Chaos have like a 4 tower advantage, which I thought they'd have maybe have more.
Yeah, I thought that Dota Plus was favorite because of that, but
it edges TNC. They still have all this deep ward vision that they have placed as the map, so they have tons of information. They are actually just watching Chaos around. So when they have these type of deep wards, they know that they can play what they want to play, which is farming.
there it is. There it's done. The Radiance.
Smoke timing. Out. Nope, they're gonna wait a little bit. Milan is 50 gold from Ridley. For that to nicely. Everything timing together.
Things coming together for Chaos. Let's see how they can have an impact with it. Bottom lane, Tim's being dope.
By that reward here.
God keeps him up alive. There's the smoke.
Yep, it is under reward though.
They headed into the fog before they went into it. So
that's what I thought.
Radiant's straight up.
there was some pinging coming out on the area. We'll see how TNC do prepare for this. Mancy will show himself. Armel's going to know that something's up now. He's been tracked. Things are out.
The line. That's why I was thinking. Like they drew the line from exactly where the jungle position. They had to have expected it.
Well, I guess it's because they have a ward in the jungle, and they also have a ward. They also have a ward at the triangle, right? So they saw people go into the mid lane and then not come back out.
Yeah.
So they're going to assume that something sneaky's going on. And indeed they did. In TNC, they'll back themselves away. They won't be caught out by that movement. But Chaos can set up to get back on to taking objectives, pushing down on this top lane.
Yeah, it's still a great smoke rotation because Chaos, like we said, they've got these like triple timings coming. They've got the Phoenix level 12, they've got the Radiance, and they've got the Blue
BKB is now done on Gabby. Gabby's ready to fight. They look to just let these tier 2s go. They're being very particular about when they want to fight TNC. They don't want to try and fight around the tier 2s. They're letting another tier 2 fall.
Scared? They're really just scared to fight into the Phoenix as well too, right? Just a lot of magic damage coming on. They don't have the best ways to deal. Got the Sven with the BK. Yeah, hit the rest. Hit that egg.
I'm seeing on Armel's on.
He's actually rushing the BKB because of that egg, I'd imagine. Yep. As well as that, of course, he wants the magic immunity. This rate. It's Kezu. He's picking up. They do see this. They have that trap with Kezu. Very confident as he walks forward because he has a plate mail as well as the Veil.
Gabby.
The bear.
Starts to poke at the bear. Gabby does fall. It's a 1-for-1. Now Chaos make the run for Armel. Armel has been tracked. Matsu's on top of him. Lasso on the side, controlling Faded, but Faded could turn, look towards Cuckoo Milan. He's back in. He's on top of Armel. Armel's rooted, surrounded. He'll fall too. Chaos gets the two of them, and they're not done yet. They're diving past the tier 2 tower. They're on top of Tim's with the track. They won't go to the tier 3. But they'll certainly be happy with that outcome. Sure, Phoenix dies. The eggs taken out. But they lose both Gabby and Armel. Another tier 2. Chaos keeping the game in their favor.
Yeah, they get 2 track kills, they back up, they collect 3 of the bounty runes as well. I mean, Chaos is doing it right now, for sure. Gabby, unable to get that BKB initially. He gets comboed down to a very low percent before he's able to actually turn with that BKB and try to kill the egg. Chaos positioned nicely around that one.
Sid again here. It looked supposed to be the potential for maybe a turnaround, but he's having to use that BKB duration to just hit the egg. The rest of the team are able to go ham. We have to pop back into the game as Chaos and poking at TNC. That TNC did come straight back out to that area trying to get some control. Chaos is still hovering around this area of the map, keeping TNC pincered into the base. 9-4. Definitely one of the slowest games that we've seen in terms of kills, but it's absolutely working out for Chaos's lineup so far.
Yeah, I mean, the TNC's just kind of playing the farm game like we were mentioning. They're still playing that one here. They buy the Ogre minus as well. And Armel still doesn't have that BKB. He's very vulnerable to dying without it, as we saw in that last one. He just gets chased out, even though they commit forward and kill the egg. Yeah, catch. TA is now into the Roche pit. Chaos goes.
He just got finish on Kez. TNC, they are going to contest this. They're smoked up, heading towards the pick. Cuckoo's just picked up the blink dagger.
Yeah, they've got a way to actually start the fight this time around. Chaos prepared for this.
There's the jump. They're going to start. Look at what's fading. Gabby moves in with a BKB. A great positioning for Kezi, though. He's on the high ground. The egg. Is it going to be successful? Cuckoo's up. They can kill it. It's up. They can't. The egg's out. It's pop. Matches onto Tim. The Hannah got heal comes through. They'll lose Tim's. Chaos themselves also feeling like they did lose Faded. They've got 2 kills in return, Chaos. There'll be a buyback from Tim's. Cuckoo's for 40. Armel tries for the bear, but Matu brings him back just in time to keep the bear alive.
That was beautiful positioning there by Kezu.
Straight up to the cliff, and they couldn't quite get him in time.
Could have been a bit
so
scary.
Close.
Yeah, if he didn't get that egg in that position there too, it could have been a bit scary. I think the fissure as well from Milan kind of guarded it too, in a way too, for the rest of the team. TNC not able to hit that one there, because if they don't get that egg there, Gabby was starting to go pretty ham. He was getting all these right clicks out. He got the focus fire onto VT Faded. He was starting to turn it onto the Lone Druid, but yeah, great position by Kezu. They don't finish off the Roche.
Still holding on to Chaos.
I didn't get to see it.
Dire's top tower
Back
has
to the
some
pit.
radiant
Still trapped.
weapons.
Don't have egg for 40 seconds, but no lasso for 15 there on this side of TNC. They do have a BKB now on arm. Oh, he's gonna feel a lot safer to come forward. No God Strength for 30.
Who's spawning out the situation? Gabby's gonna jump in. He's gonna block the BKB, so's Armel, but the fish is gonna block them off away from Matu. Can't reach Matu. Milan providing the wall of safety, stopping TNC from getting the kill that they tried to commit for with those BKBs. They won't get it.
Oh my God. That was literally the most perfect fissure I've seen for quite a long time.
And mid lane.
Came out perfectly as Tim's.
The track's out, the chase is on, Tim's is dead. Chaos forcing TNC back away from the pit despite TNC being the ones that are trying to interrupt this Roshan attempt.
And that has been a Tim's buyback. They have a Bat Rider lasso, they also have God Strength now, but the BKBs are down.
Supernova was available again for Kezu.
Snatch here. Good. Definitely gonna want to try.
Designing up the submarine being used to try and stop it. Jumping with the fears there in time. It will send him back. The egg as well, just in case there was further jump in. Won't be the case, but does the job.
This is a big timing here for Kezu. They've not only just gotten the Aegis for themselves, but denying it away from the TA. We talk about that all the time, how important it is. Yeah, they're starting to be in some problems. Phoenix, Kezu, healing up the bear. Chaos all grouped up. They're looking to pressure here in this mid lane. Still a God Strength available. They have the BKB available for Gabby now too, as well as Armel.
The radiant wands there.
That's that Aegis.
Radiant
second.
structures are fortified.
Third life with the time lapse to be 4 as well, so it's a hard target to go on. Hold back for now, Chaos. Don't make any sort of brash moves.
Not when the rest of them are respawning. They were just trying to get some chip damage on the team. Still positioned aggressively here. TNC, they're looking to fight though. They've got the flanks.
Trips in. Good jump with the lasso. Gabby, he's focusing down Matumba. They have the stone control. The Sunray's healing up a little bit. Matsu will finally die. TNC get the kill.
Chasing out the Phoenix as well as the Earthshaker. Yes, the BKB.
Misery does show there as he goes for the poke. Gabby, they'll run him down, stuns out. Misery's going to pay the price for showing his face. Double kill for Gabby.
And straight to bounty runes with the nighttime hits. We'll run to those as the Chaos will build 3. Quick identification there by TNC. There, Lone Druid does the range, the Aegis. So quickly commit forward on someone that any 3 moves they did. Defensively, catch available. They still can focus fire pretty easily from the side of TNC. That physical damage they do have after the lasso, it's there. Duration 6 seconds, I believe. 6 seconds on Sven, 9 on the TA. Mel.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Chaos. 4 from Milan.
There.
Fisher.
Getting slowed. Traps with the Sunray. It's burning him.
Getting shredded by the damage output from this Phoenix.
No, and Tim's 42 seconds dead. 42 seconds with the Midas.
Get that multi-cast to make up for that when he spawns. Gabby.
Here walks into it. Vision here.
They've got the Fisher to back him up, and that's going to keep him safe.
He's stuck. He's stuck because of this Fissure. They actually have to cut the tree with the Firefly.
Gabby has to BKB and run away.
They actually have to pop the head and it got
Kezu
forward.
Faded.
So it is.
They're going to get Coop. They're just diving into the base, forcing TNC back, and Chaos, they've got the space to put the pressure onto the tier 3 tower.
And does DD, he's just chipping down the tower. And probably actually look for the racks. Who is up, but they know. BKB still down for Gabby.
Very hard for him to fight. The threat of the Phoenix Soul there. They do get the grab onto the Weaver. They drag it back underneath the tier 4s. The stuns are out. They'll take him down once. He's got the Aegis, and he also has the time that the melee racks will be taken. Faded, shooting away. He's going to be able to get out of there underneath the safety of the sun.
Great defensive egg there by Kezu. Protect themselves for their retreat. Gabby, he looks like he wants to commit forward. It's going to be Misery. The BKB still on cooldown, 12 seconds for him.
Tims won't find the stun onto Faded. They do find the stun onto the bear. And will be 300 gold they clean up. Armel having to put the BKB as he looks towards Faded. There'll be a buyback from Miseries. He wants to come and help the team back out. Armel goes for the BKB to get out of there. Back to safety. Milan jumps in with the angle. Gabby! Oh, it's a beautiful stun. It's a double kill. Gabby! He's not done yet. He's running towards Kezu. He's chasing him down with the wall grind. Kezu's dead too.
Oh my god, now Faded. He's getting stunned up. The multitasking.
And TNC out of nowhere just pop off and shut Chaos down.
Oh my, was that, it was a crit into a regular hit into another crit coming out from Gabby. You got 2 1k crits there on the bear, as well as with the splash cleave onto the back. Oh man, he got Milan as well as Matumba with that stun there. Look at the damage, 7,000 in that 60 seconds.
And now it's their turn to push down the lane.
Uh-oh.
Push up towards the base of Chaos.
They didn't get to retreat fully. They used the egg to try to secure themselves with that retreat, but then TNC just relentlessly chased them forward. Gabby coming in so clutch there for his team.
Saw an opportunity. He gets the perfect angle.
Going to let that middle tower
Now he has a
fall?
full daedalus instead of just that small crit. We saw how much damage he was able to do there. We're going to watch this one here.
We'll
As
see
they're trying to retreat.
this whole retreat that at this point it looks like a dream, but Gabby so quick with the jump. Pokes on Misery. The rest of Chaos still sort of sitting around. At this point, you got to say, get out of there.
Watch the right side here. Matumba Man and Milan.
Because Armel jumps in and it's sort of a bait. Chaos is still hanging around because they're like, hang on, Armel's overextended. But hang on, surprise. Gabby comes in. The wraparound's perfect. And Gabby just sees the opportunity of a lifetime to just turn this game around.
Patience
and he
from
takes
Gabby,
it.
right? Patience just sitting there waiting for his BKB to come up. Pop the BKB, blinks forward, perfect 2-man connection stun. He's able to turn it entirely. Maybe even turn the entire game for his team as, let's see, it was a 6,500 gold lead. It's down to 0. It's actually in favor of And the experience was always actually in favor of TNC because they were playing that farm game.
TNC are feeling the fire right now. If they're ready to hunt for more of the dust, it's going to be Pop. Faded's out of range. TNC holding the high ground.
Gabby is very terrifying right now. Bloodlusted Sven with this Daedalus.
Bugs are out. Poking forward.
Yeah,
He's going to pay for that. The last there, Gabby. Waiting for the angle. He's going to jump in. He's looking for the backlines. Making sure Milan can't get into the fight. Commit. Now he turns towards the end. Tim's coming across as well. Armel. He's up for the hits on the end. Can they take it over time? They can. Gabby gets the double kill. Turns over towards Misery. Now looks back towards Faded. Faded going in onto Tims with the Shikuchi. They'll lose the Ogre. But Gabby, he kills off a third. He's able to find Misery. Get the triple kill into the trees. Out he goes. Gabby escapes. As Gabby continues to carry TNC back towards the lead of this game. They'll lose Cuckoo, but the power of this Sven is just continuing to grow.
He keeps finding the perfect target. He jumps out to Milan. Kezu actually gets the clutch play there with the Aghanims that he just picked up, picks him up into that egg, but it doesn't matter. He's actually not able to save him there as they both double commit on the egg and actually bring it down. Gabby. And then he actually gets a crit. I saw Misery show himself for a second. He gets one-shotted by the Daedalus.
I thought Misery was out of there. And then suddenly he's dead.
It was a one-shot.
And look at this play. Gabby doesn't follow in here. He waits until he sees the Fisher and goes straight for the Shaker. Perfect target prioritization from this Sven.
Now he's fitted. Gabby really putting the team on his back right now. Now they also know that there is a Ag Phoenix as well they have to be watching out for. It is a level that Ag is all there. 11 hits. They do have ways that they are buffed up, right? It's not just that they have BKBs, have the Bloodlust. Bloodlust versus that Egg is really the real bit of that X Factor. I saw him mousing over and I was like, uh-oh.
Be careful, Chaos. They did have the lead at the start. The first 25 minutes, they have got the mid racks. These last few fights have been very scary. Gabby Sven coming into his element. 10-1 and 4. On the way to AC and well on the way to level 25.
I mean, he's really packed in farms. Cuckoo is pretty still under farm still. He's 1-8 and 11. He's really the sacrificial
but he's getting the job done right. He just needs to blink and lasso. It doesn't matter if he dies. Just all about the initiation. Damage, you leave that up to Gabby and Armel, both with their Daedaluses. Or Daedal Light.
Radiant's top
hitting
shrine
so hard,
is
actually.
fallen. Radiant lost their rejuvenation station.
He's probably gonna get overtaken. Your Tims is actually level 18. Quite often. They need a force step though for Cuckoo. I know they have one on Tims, who's that the Bat Rider, but we see the situations. The lasso is still pretty difficult. They have a Yule step. There's been chaos quite a while. It's really hard for him to actually just blink. It's gonna get minus of Tim. Buff the stun. They're camping themselves up on the high ground here.
Dire with the scan.
Along with the smoke, Tims is on the front line, so they're going to spot the Ogre, traps onto the Matu Bear. He did his hunting. Fine.
There's Spec. Come on. He's able to use it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Push
is
in,
under
they
attack.
don't quite have the
Backdoor.
creeps. Look at that.
Trying to protect himself. We see the Ghost Scepter as well. Gem. Himself safe.
He's a two-man stun straight away. Look at the opening for the Ghost Step. Keeps managing to Lasso onto Faded, but the BKB time-lapse keeps Faded back up to full. They'll now turn towards Gabby, focusing the Sven. Kenju's in with the ult. They're just going to get out of it. TNC Armel won't be able to escape. Tims as well. It's been isolated for the rest of the team as Chaos. And back to taking the fights in their favor. They get both the two of them. Jump ball from Milan. He's trying for more. Gabby's able to turn though and kill Milan up. VT Faded and Kenzu unable to get on top of them in time. A dive forward. Gabby's TPing back to base. Stuns out onto Faded underneath the tower. will back away. Milan did try and see if he could fish for more kills for the team, but ends up giving away his life.
Matu able to disengage pretty nicely that Ghost Scepter. And BKBs, like we mentioned, they're low. Gabby, he's used it every single time, so that 5-second BKB, he's not actually able to get a kill during it. He has to just start running away. And Armel, he's caught in a rough place immediately as soon as that egg goes down.
Should be a quick roast for Chaos with a man down on TNC. Unlikely for them to be able to get here in time and contest. They are heading over the 4 of them.
The BKB's up in 5 seconds.
Maybe if they're quick with this movement, Gabby's just picked up a full AC. If he gets in the pit right now, they've got to be quick on this. Cuckoo in position. Firefly ready to go. He's knocked in with the flame break. BT Faded is focusing down Roshan. Matthew is pushing the rest of TNC away from the Roshan. So Chaos will be able to get that Aegis and cheese.
They broke the Blink Daggers there just constantly from Kezu jumping in forward with the Shivas as well as a Shuriken toss bouncing between the tracks. They were able to stop those Blink to jump in. It looked like TNC was maybe a little bit hesitant because they just spent all their gold on the Sven. They didn't have God Strength available and Armel was still not alive. So they were kind of doubting if they should. Chaos. This one here, 3K gold lead. It's not the biggest
lead back.
But they get their Aegis and they get cheese. Spot here with their dual core, but with the Blink Dagger. Top of the again.
I'm slow siege.
4x.
Now it just is destroyed. They do pop the fortification, keep it alive there a little longer. Gabby now onto the bear and Faded, but doesn't want to commit. Faded having that BKB and A just makes him a tricky target.
But Chaos picking up that range rack slowly first. Finally makes it back. Team spaces as TP goes on cooldown for quite some time.
Grab the Shikuchi, he'll be able to get himself away.
We tracked them on the back ladder now. Exactly what a good position.
Do want to stick around in Chaos to try and force that melee racks. They're going to go up again. Armel's on the front, starts to hit into Faded. Faded pops the time. That's Fisher's out. Onto Armel, no further commitment as of yet from Chaos. They'll start to move in with the bear. The bear actually bringing Armel down very low. He has to put the BKB. Started for Gabby. Gabby's in on the back line. Goes 7 keeps Matthew safe. Return for BT Faded. Faded still keeping that Aegis safe for now. They'll have the lasso onto Misery instead, as Misery will be the one to fall. Everyone else from Chaos gets out, and the Aegis is still protected. They can still go for another push for it. Faded, we'll see if they want to wait until Misery's back in. If they do still have a fair bit of time to work with the Aegis, no need to hurry for Chaos.
They have the lanes pushing in, so still kind of just chill in this area here for some time being. Their last bear for 85 seconds. Come back, maybe watch out for that one there, just far forward. But it now has a BKB, so he's even bear BKB.
Well, was ready and hiding in the shadows. They'll quickly time that was Faded. Faded. Forced in, straight away had to put the BKB. Looks to be back on both Armel and Tim's. The remainder of that BKB duration wants to finish off the racks, and he'll get it. The racks fall and Faded is out of there. The bear left behind, the bear will die.
They know they have no bear right now. They're gonna commit forward here.
He's chasing, jump forward. Faded still incredibly low. Get himself away, and Kezu with that sun ray. He stops any further jump coming out from TNC. So Chaos, they get the racks, they get out of there, and they don't even lose the Aegis. They've still got it ready to go for another push.
Chaos very disciplined there with those pushes. TNC also not wanting to commit forward too far, even though they know that there was no bear. They didn't want to actually chase forward, they didn't have God Strength for that lasso. So they've drawn the line to try to catch some people bottom. Since they have top lane already pushed, Chaos has already pushed top as well as that mid lane. TNC's probably assuming, hey, Chaos is going to group up down bottom. Let's just bring a fight to them immediately and try to catch them off guard. And they're grouping up to do so. It's still going to be engaged for another minute or so, but they're trying to catch Chaos off guard down here.
They're going to expect this Chaos.
There's a scan. It does clip them.
Smoke out of the base.
The scan does clip. Chaos knows this is coming.
Cuckoo's in. Pops the dust. They get the lasso off straight away. They try and focus down off the Weaver. Weaver will fall once. That's the Aegis gone. Gabby keeps itself to the edge, and they'll get themselves away from the sun. The Supernova won't do anything apart from push TNC away.
They didn't have to. They committed the BKB from EA. not the beacon from the Sven. So
Gabby?
Gabby still has his both available, beacon as well as God's Strength. High ground. They're able to at least clear the Aegis. Getting reclaimed in a 30 more seconds. Chaos off guard.
So we'll see if TNC are able to scout that one out. Armel or Gabby could have a bit of a field day with that, and there it is. It's spotted. They'll want to grab that in the last 10 seconds before it goes, maybe even hang around, see if they get another power in on top of it.
DD haste. Pretty nice for Gabby.
See?
Grab the DD.
There's no way he gets a haste as well. There's no way.
He's wrong.
Oh, it's an arcane. It's a 40,
that'll do as well.
40-minute mark.
That's
so
still pretty good.
It was a pretty high chance of actually being one of those.
That's true.
Right? You
But
get
that's a pretty good one to get. Okay, if they can get a God Strength and BKB usage out of this, Gabby.
They have a smoke available for themselves, so they're immediately going to smoke to get something. Top is kind of pushing out, mid is pushing out a little bit as well. They have traps set up in the lanes. They have their double siege wave. They're actually pushing out right now too. Can they actually catch anything to wrap around? Arcane DD Sven. Big wrap
Chaos
around.
have got to do their best to try and avoid a fight right now.
They're looking for the full wrap. They're actually expecting Chaos over here on the high ground.
They're going to miss them entirely.
Yep.
Baited. To tank up even more. A full Satanic on this Weaver. That Satanic Scotty BKB faded is not an easy kill.
Not. They still have a lot of damage though. And even if he gets lassoed and the lasso ends, they have to watch out also for the nullifier. There is a nullifier on the TI9.
Being the time that now Gabby's sort of trapped out by the Fisher. Will have to take the long walk round to get back up to the high ground, but that is the God Strength used. As Matu gets some damage onto the melee racks, Chaos reset. They know that both BKB and God Strength is down for a good minute or so.
Wait for that God Strength. BKB, also important, but God Strength is a big amount of the damage that TNC does have right now. They're going to force this issue.
There they go again. The stuns are coming out onto the Weaver.
The BKB Bear, he's really trying to force it in here. They force Cliff right now. There is also backdoor protection kicking in for a second. Bottom wave, though, is starting to move in.
We'll back off once more. Gabby, did he just... He must have, right? I think he just bought a refresher orb, used it,
Yep.
and sold
It
it.
looks like.
But he did sell it. So that's a bit of effect on network down the drain, right? Unless I'm crazy, right? That's what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he used God's Strength.
Okay. Why would he...
I didn't see him actually do it. So.
I mean, he must have... That's it. They didn't have a... They've not killed Rose 3 times,
No,
have
no,
they?
no.
No.
He's gonna get down. Baby gets grabbed up.
Yep, they're going to grab him. There's going to be the X straight out. They're actually going to look to turn towards the egg with BKB. They're going to do a good job of taking it out. Oh, they got it. They get the egg. It's a double kill for AU out of all the people on the team. The Chad coming in big, taking the last hit on both of those.
Milan, he actually gets the blink off. Is he gonna do it? Oh,
He's part of the chase of misery will be saved by the bare feedback. Okay,
they did not
okay.
expect that. That was the refresher play right there coming into play from Gabby.
They didn't. The 700 IQ play?
It really is.
Gabby is trying for more.
Yeah, AU, like you said, him getting the lap hit on that egg there.
That did it.
Looks kind of funny. He gets the double kill, but it happens. And now Matumba, he's getting chased out by the rest of them. He is not able to escape from here. He does not have a either.
They've got him. They've got him as well.
Yep, and that's a
Look
gem.
at that.
Hitting the deck. So looking for that gem up as well for themselves.
I mean, I think why Gabby bought the refresh and then sold it was because he wanted to make sure he had buyback as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he had about 5,700 gold.
And then that put him
Bought it,
1,800.
used it for
Okay,
that play,
that makes sense.
or for the preparation of that play, and yeah, wanted to sell it just to make sure that he was going to be able to get back in case he jumps and doesn't actually get the chance to use the refresh BKB. And gosh, see, we got you covered. We're professional casters, ladies.
Next level.
And you know, he's a fan at this point. He knows he's farming up so much gold. He can afford to sort of make that, not necessarily a risky play, but a play that yeah, you can certainly argue was very much nice to sell.
Absolutely. That was, I mean,
Smart play.
could have been a game-winning play here again from Gabby, as he's been really putting the team on his back, like you
He's
said.
been putting all the work into this. Jeez.
11 and 1.
Dire death
Well,
portals.
he's only died the one time in this game. I'm trying to force focus. Oh man, not buying back. He does not have the gold for it. We'll get the tower.
Last long.
That one. But it's some good shrines.
Dire's bottom shrine under attack.
Lead now. Chaos.
Dire's bottom shrine is falling.
I'll be a little worried.
And you is starting to pick up these. He's finally got some time to be able to pick up cloak orders for his team. These Centaur Courser. And also level 20. So he's got a GPM talent kicking in too.
I just want to see. I want to see Case push and Gabby do the same play again. Just buy the refresher, refresh, sell it. Make sure that he has buyback goal. It could happen if the push comes in soon.
It definitely could happen.
He could do it. Well, obviously he's got shrimp. He could be available now. But
Sure, but if he to have it anyway. I mean, it's a good item. It's like one of the best items.
sure,
to spend anyway.
of course, he wants to have it anyway. Obviously, just in that situation, he was unable to keep it because he did want to make sure.
They've got the 4 Centaur Coursers, so everybody's sitting up at that, like, 50% magic resist, percent for some. Percent for magic resist, 50 magic resist, 5%.
Yeah.
For their next one. They all have different magic resist.
That is because Dota 2. And because, they have different amounts of strength.
That is true.
I'm smart, okay?
Smart.
I'm smart. Thank you.
Probably one off.
Yes, yeah, that little amount of strength does. There's a little bit of a difference.
I guess the most surprising thing was like how low strength Sven has.
Sure, when he hasn't got God Strength.
Right?
But when he's got,
probably the
dude,
biggest
you gotta
Right.
watch his magic resist when he pops the God
yeah,
Strength.
for sure.
It will go up to 56. How much would it go up?
If he's next to the Coursers. Dota Push is still even on the win probability.
It is it?
Yep.
It is.
49 to 51, back and forth all over the place in this game.
I'm a little surprised there. It's not so, I guess because they have lost quite a fair bit of the base.
Yep.
It still feels pretty confident having it 50-50, but the way the TNC's played the last few fights, I think it's a little scary for Chaos.
Yeah, does seem to start to be like that as they're starting to poke here in the pit, and it's a refresher shard on the Ocean. 1,007. He has bought back, and he actually has the surplus for that refresh. Scout some stuff. Rallying around those Chen creeps. Because Vlad's solo. He also has, he has that blood. They're hitting very hard, very fast.
It's the smoke. You can see they're gonna find Chaos that without Faded. I guess Faded's got the 25, so he can very easily get over. Extra movement speed during Shikuchi. It is TNC won't find them. They'll be able to get a D-ward done. It's just going to give up movements. And TNC are actually going to head to the pit. They get another DD room for Gabby.
TNC's also carrying 2 gems, which is pretty interesting. And because they're playing versus both the Bounty Hunter and the Weaver, it makes sense. They're just having the coverage of the fights across the board.
TNC.
Make sure they
Wrap around Cuckoo. He's in. He's going to jump straight away in the ball with the BKB and the Lasso. He's got the grab. Arnold's in with the damage to follow. Misery's dead. The look towards Faded. Faded gets the time. That's out. He's back up the full. Supernova being used, but TNC, they're able to easily walk away from it.
Not in a good spot this time around.
They cut it out, and the only thing to result from that fight is a dead Misery. Chaos now down a member around this Roshan time.
Have their God Strength, it was used, and the BKB as well, but you see Gabby does have that refresher. Okay, he gave the refresher, his refresher orb to hide it to Tim's. This guy is really going next level right now. And then he's like, yo, Tim's,
they
pass
won't
it back
expect
to me.
it.
All right, thanks, Tim's. Now I got my refresher back.
He was delivering.
He was trying to, no, he was hiding it. He had it in his backpack, and then he gave it to Tim's. And now he's putting it back into his inventory. They're committing forward into the pit. They will see the, if they identify, if they see the bugs, the refresher is there, they're going to be aware that Gabby is going to go to the refresher. Look at that. If he chooses to do so.
If he needs to, because he's still got, maybe wait out the 50 seconds. He knows that they're probably not going to try and fight before Misery's back.
Yeah, he's trying to hold on to it as long as possible.
needs to be done to win the game of Dota.
I thought maybe he had like misclicked like trying to swap it, but no, he like clearly skipped it.
Kezu's right up. He's trying, he gets the Kezu, he's dead, no buyback!
Oh my, that's like the
Kuku!
That was the best target he could find. Kezu committed his gold. He bought the refresher.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He has no buyback.
He's not got buyback.
He is the most important hero on the team on the side of Chaos.
Oh, no. He's dead. He's dead. Roshan is also going to be dead. TNC, take the Aegis. Take the cheese, and what was it? Was it a refresher?
It was a refresher.
It was a refresher.
They have it on the Batrider for now, but they can definitely look to move it around depending on the situations as Kez gets caught. The best possible target for Kuku to find, and he does get it.
Kuku just... Did he go in blind as well? He must have done that.
Kuku. Like it, yeah.
Kuku just going in blind. I mean, this is the Kuku bat that we've seen time and time again.
When he has the BKB, he feels so much safer, right? And he had the BKB in the last 2 fights, so he can easily just jump in. Yeah,
nothing to stop that sort of play. Kuku did it in game 2 against Secret, getting these lassos to secure them the victory. He's doing it again here in this series against Chaos.
Yeah, Gabby now with the Moon Shard. He actually is going to keep the Moon Shard. He's going to backpack the Echo Saber for the time being. And he's actually selling the Echo Saber. So he's like, all right, Moon Shard's just better. Now I have much more attack speed and
True.
line to double
That's
hit.
true. It is.
Yep.
That's a lot of attack speed.
It's 40.
Dire's top
140.
shrine is under attack.
Good. It's a neutral now. Okay. More comfortable in this spot. Has to back out on the map. They've got everyone back in the game.
They're way over as well with their gem.
Dire's top
Buyback.
shrine is
Matumba Man, Misery, as well as Kezu do not have buyback. Everybody else in the game has buyback available.
Yeah, everyone on TNC is good to go.
Up on these high grounds. But man will split push. He also has a Moon Shard of his own on the bear. The line is drawn. Kuku. I think he's probably saying, I'm gonna push bottom and I blue to travel. I can join you.
Seeing here, Gabby running through the items that he wants to buy. Did scoot up. Now he's thinking butterfly. That's understandable because he has a refresher. Butterfly understandable because he wants to evasion. But
Jump over Kuku.
finds Kuku.
Kuku.
He's got the BKB. The hand of God from AU. He forces out. That's an Echo Slam. No kill. No kill for Chaos. Now the little Tims. Jumping for Gabby. BKB. He's out in time to dodge the stun. Gabby's committing. They've got him down. Faded is just straight up dead. As Gabby cuts him down, the egg hits nobody.
The DD plus, I think a Melt Bash stopped him, right?
The Melt Bash got him, and it also got Misery.
Oh my.
Kuku's even fishing for more. As he jumps in, chases down Chaos. He's got his eyes on Milan. He sidesteps the Fisher. Lasso is down. Gabby's going to get another one out of this as Chaos lose 3. TNC are playing this half of the game to perfection as Chaos, they came relatively close to having what looked to be a win, but at this point
Milan
it seems almost all over for Chaos.
He went for Kuku, the jump back there, but his cores weren't actually close enough to dish out the damage, really, too much. A little bit of an overzealous jump there by him as they lose quite a lot there.
They're going to lose the racks in. Potentially as Gabby just pops the God Strength, fortification will end.
Kezu was forced to use his refresher as well to just escape in that moment too, so he has used it. He has his egg available here for this one, but TNC, they're just pushing this down. They pop their refresher as well. Yeah, Gabby gonna clean up these 2 racks. It's easy with this team. Chaos gonna respond. Bear gets annihilated.
Chaos gonna try with the Fisher onto Tim's. Dive forward for Chaos. They're slowing down Armel and Gabby. Armel and Gabby on the retreat are forced to get Armel back to safety over the Fisher. They'll get out of there. TNC able to retreat and back off. Armel turns Melfash onto the bear.
Bear's dying.
It is. Kuku's going to jump in. He lassos the bear. He's grabbed the bear and locked him down. The bear is dead. Matu without the bear. There's Chaos. Vader's come in. He stuns. And that's back to safety, but 30k lead now for TNC. The base of Chaos starting to get pulled apart.
They're really not having too much damage anymore. It's just everybody on this side of TNC is just crazy tanking. They're also dishing out an absurd amount of damage inside of the fights too.
Look at the dollar that these lads have.
Yeah, everybody is super rich.
11,000 gold on TA, Armel.
Gonna buy. I mean, yes, he has things he can buy. He's still
got
getting the
Moonshot.
Moonshard. Yep.
Maybe we'll finally see the Aghanims TA. Did you
One
actually?
of the other streams, there was an
There was an. Oh wow.
I don't think
Never
I don't know if
seen
he
it.
even used it actually, but he did have it. 12,000 gold. Gabby also been passed over now. The refresher shard, his refresher orb was on cooldown, and he's gonna get brought to bottom. So he's gonna have double God Strength, double BKB again. The bears are available.
Dyer's bottom barracks are under attack.
Except the one that's just been summoned. This will get reclaimed.
Ryrax.
I wouldn't let Radiant get
Now he's
away
eating
with
them.
that. Blessings.
Don't do it. You can still get an Aghanim for yourself too.
Can. Indeed.
Good actually with EA.
Yeah.
They back up, pick 4 bounty runes, and grow their lead now.
Haste.
Chaos. Brick roll, and it's just
36K
getting. It
lead.
just seems like it seems so hard now.
Oh, it does. It does. This is a situation that Chaos have been in before here in the group stage, and one that they've struggled to ever really turn around. It's TNC looking again to show us why this team is one that you cannot take your eye off.
They do take this one, which is looking like they will. They better turn. Enormous hogging to Gabby.
Haste!
Definitely put the team on his back for this one. The rest of them, sure, they've gotten a couple pickups, but he's
No,
definitely had the big
they've had some
standouts.
great individual plays, but yeah, overall, Gabby's just been the driving force, and
Yeah.
some of the portion of the game tips.
Tips. Has a protection for himself. Go Scepter plus a Lotus.
Not quite get him off. Faded. Let's come in the June. Get the bash off. Gabby.
Bear.
We're jumping up the bear with the Mel bash as well. The bear is getting beaten down. The bear is dead.
You gotta resummon.
Tim's being focused now. BT faded. Popping the BKB to try and commit before this Ogre kill. They'll get it. They will find BT faded. Armel going for the TP out. And he'll make it with that BKB. Nothing to cancel it in time.
Is Dyer going
Quite
to
believe we'll get Matthew close enough to allow the bear to hit and try for a bash. Disarmed. Push TNC back. We'll get them away from their half of the map for now.
Force that resummoning again, though, every single time. So when Tim's does respawn, they will.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, gold over. That Moonshard.
Are they gonna smoke out here on the side of Chaos? I think they should. I think they should look for some type of play while Tim's is dead. Welcome to the scouts of this gem, though.
They see him. Let's come. Armel's in. Oh, Hex! He gets Hex! Oh no!
Is he gonna go down? He is!
He is! He's dead! The Hex play catches him off guard, and with the drag back of this lasso, they'll find Matu too!
Oh my god. What was it? That's AU with the Hex, right? And from the high
AU.
ground, with that 200 cast rate
Yeah.
talent on the Chen level 10, he gets that far Hex. Kezu not expecting that one from the high ground there. Instantly grabbing him.
Can't escape your
Oh my god.
sins.
And now 75 seconds, no bear.
See it
Look at
again.
this,
I mean,
this-
just look at the range.
Watch the
like,
chat.
where does that Hex come from?
Whoop. Immediately catches him. And the throws the pendants on him. For the faster attack speed for his
Absolute
teammates.
mile off. And the tip as well, Mayu.
Yeah, of course. There's no way you're like, wait, Chen has a Hex. Oh my god, Chen just hexed me. It's Hex. Good play. Armel.
They are looking for Armel.
Not to get caught by the stun. It's a long one too, because it is the buffed up
They
action.
have the damage to kill him. He's going to be forced to safety.
one.
Then it's going to be another right for Armel. Just on top of it with the BKB. Kezu's gets died. Kezu's dead. The X taken out. The Echo. It's a big one. It's a big one. Is it enough though? It's not.
It's not.
And it goes out. It's not enough. It's not enough. It gets Armel, but Armel buys back. And there's 3 dead on Chaos. A big Echo, but an Echo a little too late from Atlantis. This game is over. A GG is called, and TNC take game 1 against Chaos.
It was a beautiful Echo, but yeah.
It did a hit.
Chen.
It was
gone.
far too late.
Yeah, it really
It was. I
was.
mean, it was the only.
There wasn't
big
any
Echo we
follow-up.
saw.
It still was exciting, but there was no follow-up there at the end. Lone Druid still dead. Kezu got finished off by the two focusing with that BKB.